Have you ever wondered how your perception of the world compares to others, particularly those with mental instability? Perception, a fascinating concept, is as unique as our fingerprints. It's the way we interpret and interact with the world around us, the bridge between our inner and outer realities. Yet, it's not the same for everyone. Our mental stability plays a significant role in shaping our perception. For some, the world may appear as a vibrant canvas of endless possibilities. For others, it might be a jumbled kaleidoscope of confusing signals. Mental stability, or instability, can tint our lens of perception, subtly or drastically altering our worldview. As we journey through this exploration, it's crucial to remember that this isn't about labeling or stigmatizing. It's about understanding the diverse ways we all perceive our shared reality. So as we dive in, remember this is about understanding, not judgment, as we all perceive the world through our unique lens. Most people would identify themselves as mentally stable. But what does that mean in terms of perception? Mental stability, in the context of perception, is a fascinating concept. It's like wearing a pair of glasses with a clear lens, allowing individuals to see the world as it is, uncolored by extreme emotions or distorted thought patterns. Mentally stable individuals typically perceive the world through a balanced and consistent lens. They have the capacity to interpret their environment and events in their lives with a sense of accuracy and realism. This doesn't mean they're immune to stress or emotional upheaval. Rather, it's their ability to manage these challenges that sets them apart. When faced with adversity, they don't crumble or lose sight of reality. They're able to acknowledge the situation, understand its implications, and respond in a constructive, adaptive manner. They don't ignore their feelings or suppress their emotions. Instead, they allow themselves to experience these emotions, to feel the pain, the joy, the fear, or the excitement, but they don't let these feelings overwhelm their sense of self or their perception of reality. It's like standing in the eye of a hurricane, where it's calm and peaceful, even though there's chaos swirling around. They can see the storm, they know it's there, but they're not swept away by it. They can step back, take a deep breath, and then decide on the best course of action. Mentally stable individuals also have a consistent view of the world. They're not thrown off by sudden changes or unexpected events. They're able to maintain a steady perspective, even when life throws them curveballs. This consistency in their perception allows them to navigate life with a sense of confidence and assurance. Finally, a key component of mental stability is rationality. Mentally stable individuals are able to think logically and rationally. They're not swayed by irrational fears or beliefs. Instead, they use their rational thinking skills to make sense of the world, to solve problems, and to make decisions. In essence, mental stability often correlates with a balanced, consistent, and rational perception of the world. Now, let's shift our focus to the perceptions of those who struggle with mental instability. Mental instability, a term often used to describe a wide range of mental health conditions, can significantly affect an individual's perception. You see, our perception involves the process of interpreting the information our brain receives from our senses. It's like our personal lens through which we view the world. But for those grappling with mental instability, this lens can sometimes become skewed or distorted, leading to a different interpretation of reality. Imagine walking through a funhouse of mirrors. You know, the kind where your reflection stretches, shrinks, and contorts in all sorts of ways. That's a rough approximation of what it can be like to perceive the world through the lens of mental instability. The world hasn't changed, but the way it's viewed can be dramatically different. This distorted perception can manifest in various ways, ranging from hallucinations and delusions in severe cases, to more subtle changes like heightened sensitivity to social cues or altered emotional responses. These altered perceptions can greatly impact how a person feels and behaves. A harmless comment from a friend might be interpreted as a personal attack, leading to feelings of anger or sadness. A simple task could feel insurmountable, leading to procrastination or avoidance behaviors. The world can seem threatening or hostile, leading to feelings of fear and anxiety. These skewed perceptions can also affect interactions with others. Misinterpreting social cues can lead to misunderstandings, strained relationships, and feelings of isolation. It can be a lonely and frightening experience, feeling as though you're living in a different reality from everyone else. But it's important to remember that this is not a choice. These individuals are not intentionally viewing the world this way. It's a result of their brain processing information differently due to their mental health condition. Understanding this can foster empathy and help reduce the stigma associated with mental health issues. Mental instability can dramatically alter a person's perception, often leading to a skewed or distorted view of reality. Art can be a powerful tool for expressing one's internal world. So what happens when we look at art created by individuals with varying mental stability? Art, in all its glory, serves as a window into the human mind. It allows us to catch a glimpse of the artist's world, providing a unique perspective of their perception. And when we dive into the realm of art created by individuals with different levels of mental stability, we open doors to a world of diverse experiences and perceptions. Consider, for example, the works of Vincent van Gogh, a renowned painter who grappled with mental instability throughout his life. His iconic painting, Starry Night, with its swirling, vibrant colors and emotive brushstrokes, might give us an insight into his perception of the world around him. The intensity of the colors, the exaggerated forms, the dramatic strokes, all suggest a heightened sense of emotion and sensitivity, perhaps a reflection of his own emotional turmoil. On the other hand, let's think about the art of someone like Georgia O'Keeffe, a mentally stable artist known for her detailed and realistic depictions of flowers. Her paintings, with their precise lines and careful attention to detail, may suggest a more grounded and focused perception of the world. But it's not just about the differences. The beauty of art lies in its ability to unite, to demonstrate that despite varying mental states, we all share the capacity to perceive, to feel, and to express. Whether it's the vibrant chaos of a Van Gogh masterpiece or the calm precision of an O'Keeffe floral study, these works of art remind us that perception is as unique as the individual. And it's this diversity that adds richness to our collective human experience. It's important to remember, however, that while art can provide a unique insight into an individual's perception, it is not a definitive measure of their mental state. It is merely a representation, a snapshot of a moment, a feeling, or a thought. Art, in its many forms, can offer a profound look into the perceptions of both mentally stable and unstable individuals. Understanding perception isn't just a fascinating exploration of the human mind, it's vital in fostering empathy and understanding. We all perceive the world through our own unique lens, shaped by our experiences, beliefs, and in many cases, our mental health. The world as seen by a mentally stable person can be vastly different from the world as seen by someone with mental instability. Imagine, if you will, walking around in a house of mirrors. Each mirror distorting your reflection in a different way, some subtly, others drastically. That's what it's like for those with mental instability navigating through their perception of the world. Now, imagine understanding these distortions, not as anomalies, but as legitimate representations of reality. That's the first step towards empathy. We often take for granted our ability to perceive reality as it is. But for someone with mental instability, their reality might be filled with distortions and illusions that are as real to them as our reality is to us. By recognizing these perceptual differences, we can better understand their experiences, their struggles, and their unique perspectives. This understanding is not just beneficial on an individual level, it's crucial for society as a whole. It informs how we approach mental health treatment, how we design support systems, and how we interact with those who may perceive the world differently. It can guide policies and practices, leading to more inclusive and supportive environments where everyone's perception is acknowledged and respected. Moreover, it broadens our own perception. It allows us to see beyond our own experiences and embrace the diversity of human perception. It reminds us that there's not just one way to see the world, but as many ways as there are minds to perceive it. By understanding how perception varies, we can foster greater empathy and support for those who see the world differently, particularly those with mental instability. In the past 10 minutes, we've taken a journey through the world of perception. We've seen how the perception enigma is a complex puzzle that varies from person to person. We've explored the distinctions between the perceptions of mentally stable individuals, who typically experience reality in a more uniform and predictable manner, and those who are mentally unstable, whose perceptions can be more fluid and unpredictable. We've also delved into artistic representations of these varying perceptions, showcasing how art can serve as a window into the minds of individuals with different mental states. These artistic depictions underscore the profound impact of perception on our experience of the world. Finally, we've underscored the importance of understanding these differences in perception. By gaining a deeper understanding of how others perceive the world, we can cultivate empathy, challenge stigmas and stereotypes, and foster a more inclusive society. Remember, perception is unique to every individual, and understanding this diversity is a step towards a more empathetic and inclusive world.